You know how if you have an appointment and you get there early, there's a couple things you do. You either like sit in your car, or you can get in the lobby of the place and you wait, or maybe you walk around, right? There's a couple things. Yeah. So I had this appointment yesterday at 1 o'clock with my psychiatrist, but I was way early, man, like an hour early. You know, so I always get to places early. And so yesterday when I left here, I really had to, that was the only thing I had to do with my psychiatrist. So,
and yet you scooted out of here in such a hurry.
I know. And I didn't want to go home. There's a lady, my house was getting cleaned yesterday, so I didn't want to go home. You know, so uncomfortable because no matter what room I go into in my house, that's the room they're going to clean.
And you feel like you're in the way.
Totally. Yeah. Right? So I figured, you know what? I'm just going to go to my psychiatrist. I'm going to sit in the parking lot and just screw around on my phone for, I think I had 45 minutes before the appointment. So I'm driving to my psychiatrist, and it's a nice sunny day, and I look over to the right while I'm stuck in traffic, and there's this man laying on the ground, face down on the ground, and there's somebody standing over him, over his shoulders, lifting him up by the collar, and he lifts him up off the ground, and I'm in like bumper-to-bumper traffic. I look over to the right, and I see just mass amounts of blood coming out of this guy's mouth.
Oh, my God.
Like mass amounts, right? Just blood squirting out of this guy's mouth. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got 45 minutes. Let me investigate, see what's going on. So I pull over to the right. I find a parking space, a meter, and I don't have any coins. And I realize I love these parking meters now with the credit card, you know. And I put the credit card in there, and I'm like, you know, it's $2 for 2 hours. And I'm like, I'm not going to stay here for 2 hours. This guy can't take up 2 hours of my time.
I only have 45 minutes.
Yeah, but then again, it's not like I have chance. Might as well go ahead and put the whole $2 in. But then I'm like, and I have this stupid debate with the parking meter. And then and then with the little arrow, I bring it down to 75 cents. And I'm like, that's 30 minutes.
That's
so I walk over towards the guy, and I see 3 people standing by the guy. And when I notice as I walk over there, and I start to Snapchat as far away as I can, that they're all in pajamas. These people, and they're on the side of the sidewalk. And I'm looking to see where the blood is or the vomit or whatever. And I walk behind him, and the guy's got a backpack on, and I can't make out exactly what's going on, but I see nose piercings, and I'm thinking they're like a group of young homeless people. I can't tell, right? But I also don't want to stop yet and just say, are you okay? Do you need help? So I pull over to this. I walk over. I see across the street like a coffee shop. Not a Starbucks, but a coffee shop. So as I walk over to the coffee shop, I call 911. And I'm like, hey, man, there's a guy, blood everywhere. Can you guys come over here? And they're like, yeah, sure, man. We've already had a couple calls to the guy. I figured there'd be other people calling because I was in bumper-to-bumper traffic. And there's like
that's something you see
tons of blood.
To respond to, yeah.
I mean, it's like Quentin Tarantino blood coming out of this guy's face. So I go to this coffee shop, and I go to the bathroom, and there's a little bit of a line in this coffee shop, and I've never seen this coffee shop before. And I drive up and down the street for the last 2 years, and I'm standing in line in the coffee shop, and I notice all these awards for this best coffee in the world, best crepes in the world, best tea in the world. And I'm like, man, I'm in the right place because I got a cold, right? So I'm like, I can't wait to try the tea here. This is the best tea in the world, it says.
Distracted by the best tea with the bleeding man right in front of you. Which is the reason you pulled over.
So the place is, I don't know the name of the place. They don't really have the sign. And to get into the place, it wasn't like there was a front door. Like there was a patio, and there was a gate to the patio, and I had to put my arm around the gate to go in the back way.
Hipster neighborhood, I gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that makes sense to you?
Of course.
So I go in, and it's very busy. And so the lady says, can I help you? I said, yeah, I have a cold. Can I have a tea? Do you have hot tea? She goes, yeah, we got hot tea. What kind of hot tea do you want? I go, what do you got? She goes, do you want green tea? I go, I'd love green tea. What kind of green tea you got? She goes, we got gunpowder. You want gunpowder? I go, how do I not get a green tea called gunpowder? She goes, it's the most powerful green tea in the world.
All right.
And I said, I'll take it. And then meanwhile, I hear in the back, I said, I'll take the gunpowder green tea. So she gives me this green tea that's in this huge container, and I'm like, this is fantastic. No wonder they have all these awards everywhere. But I haven't even tried the tea.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
you finally did it.
You got the world's greatest green tea called gunpowder. What a great name for a beverage, man. So, and I said, do you have any honey? I said, there are honeys over there. Honey's my new thing now since I started going to Starbucks in the morning. So I start squirting all this honey in the gunpowder thing and watered down the gunpowder with honey. So then I walk outside with my gunpowder tea, and I see the police department out there. I see the fire trucks out there, the ambulance out there. And it's, again, what do you call it? Is it kitty corner where it's like diagonal?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to walk over and see what's going on now. So I walk across the street. I'm filming now. I'm trying to put on, most of this is on Snapchat. And now I don't know the difference between Snapchat and Instagram stories. So I start filming, and these 3 ladies come walking out of their office. And I'm filming them, and I'm looking at them, and they're staring at me. And I'm like, why aren't they staring at why is that not fascinating to them that there's a guy in blood over there?
Well, I want to know about the people in the pajamas, too.
They're all together.
Too.
They're with the guy in the blood.
Okay.
So I'm like filming these 3 ladies coming out, and they're looking at me, and then they're like, hey, are you Johnjay? And I said, yeah. And they go, how was Hawaii? And I'm like, Hawaii was great. And I'm like, do you not see the guy over there with the blood? And they go, what guy over there with the blood? I go, did you see the police? You see the commotion over there? And they're like, yeah, what happened? I go, I called 911. I'm telling them I called 911. You know? So then they're like, we walk across the street, we take a picture together. And I said, do you see all that commotion over there? She's like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. And I said, yeah, I saved that guy's life. So
now you saved the guy's life.
I called 911.
You're one of many to call 911.
Do you think you were saving his life when you were arguing with the meter over $2 or 75 cents?
Or ordering your gunpowder?
They say to me, do you know where Jobo's Coffee House is? And I said, I don't know where Jobo's Coffee House is. I go, but there's a coffee house right there. And I go, I don't see the name of it. She goes, and I said, but I can't understand why there'd be, if you're looking for Jobo's Coffee House, that place is a coffee house, and it's right here. She goes, well, Jobo's Coffee House is supposed to be right here. And I go, well, I'm pretty sure that might be Jobo's Coffee House. And I thought, what a great name for a coffee house, Jobo's Coffee House. But God forbid they market it or put a sign outside.
They're too cool. They're hipsters.
So they look at their phones like, oh my God, that's Jobo's Coffee. That is Jobo's Coffee House. And I'm like, go get the gunpowder hot tea. So they leave to go to Jobo's Coffee House. I decide to walk by the crime scene, whatever the hell it is. And there's a policeman there, and there's a firefighter there. And so I walk by, and I figured I'm just going to say, hey man, I called you guys. Maybe they'll give me some information. Now, if you're a police officer and a guy like me walks by, do you think they're going to tell me what's going on?
No.
I think they probably will.
You think they will? Normally, do they tell you what's going on?
When I've been at a scene, they've said stuff to me before. When I've called 911, they'll say, "Oh yeah, like epileptic seizure, whatever it is, something." So yeah, I would think they might offer that.
Yeah, see, I think that sometimes people think maybe and my dad used to say this about himself, and I'm stealing this from him because I believe it too. I think sometimes people think I'm a cop.
Especially if you're walking up with a hot beverage. What do we got here, boys?
I think that's why whenever I go to illegal massage parlors, I never get a rub and tug because they think I'm a cop undercover.
That's why. Okay, good.
I think so. Because I go to these places that I know that are illegal massage parlors and I get nothing. Nothing.
Why are you going to places that you know are illegal massage parlors?
Because I want to try to get a little how's your father, and I get nothing. So I think the cop thinks I'm a cop. So I'm like, I go, hey, how's it going over here? And I go, what happened? I want to let I called 911. I saw there was a guy here covered in blood, and then I look, and there's like a Honda Accord pulled up on the sidewalk, and the back door is open, and there's a guy in the back door, and he's got 4 fingers. He's shoving down his throat, 4 fingers, and he looks like he's a mess, and he starts puking all over the place, and he's shoving the 4 fingers so far deep down. 4 fingers, these 4. Whoa, and I'm like, come on. And the cops are just standing around, and I'm like, what the hell? I go, that's the guy with the blood. And he goes, it wasn't blood, it was a bottle of wine. I'm like, what? They go, he's a kid, he's 14 years old, he drank a whole bottle of wine.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, it wasn't blood. And they're like, no. And I go, where's his mom? They go, that's his mom right there. They go, his mom, his mom works here, so he goes to school here. And so his mom dropped him off here to go to school, and he went upstairs with his friends to some apartment. They ditched school. They're all in their pajamas, and they took a bottle of wine, and they slammed the bottle of wine. The kid is out. And then they had a huge IV bag hooked up to his arm. And I'm like, what are you guys going to do? And he says, we're taking him to county. I've only heard that in the movies.
That's an amazing moment.
14-year-old kid, they're taking to county.
Wow.